Okay, good morning and welcome. Shiva YouTube, a new Masechta in Mishnah Yomi Daily Double, Maaser Sheni, the second Maaser. It's Maaser Sheni, something that only applies in the third year of the Shemitah cycle and the sixth year of the Shemitah cycle. Technically, doesn't really apply nowadays because there's no Yerushalayim to go there and vacation in. We'll see about vacationing there in the third and sixth year. And spending your money in Yerushalayim on fruits and vegetables there to eat there, and food there to eat there. Maaser Sheni is only given in the third and sixth year. During the first, second, and fourth and fifth years of the Shemitah cycle, you give Maaser Ani in place of Maaser Sheni. In the third and sixth years, there's no Maaser Ani, there's Maaser Sheni. And the seventh year, there's no Trumas and Maaser, there's Shemitah. So this is Masechta, and also 5 Prak. We're talking about Maaser Sheni. Aleph, Maaser Sheni, Ein Mokran Oso, Ein Mamashkan Oso, Ein Machlifin Oso. Below Shoklin Connecta, right? Now, when you have Maaser Sheni, basically you have a bunch of produce. You take off 10th Maaser Sheni. It's one of the later Maasros because first you take off Truma, Gadol, then Maaser Rishon for the Levi, and then you get the Maaser Sheni. So it's the third one. The Bikurim is even before all of them. So and it's the third or fourth thing you're taking off. So the Maaser Sheni, you take off this 10th or whatever is remaining. You can't sell it. You have to bring it to Yerushalayim and you have to eat it there. Or you can be podeh, you can redeem it onto money and bring the money because it's very hard to bring a lot of produce all the way to Yerushalayim. You know, they didn't have Amazon drop shipping where you could bring it for you. So you have to bring it yourself. So you can redeem it onto money. We'll see what type of money in Mishnah Beis. Ein moken also. You can't sell it, right? Before you get to Yerushalayim, you can't sell it for money. You can redeem it but not sell it. Ein mashken also. You can't use it as a mashkon, right? A collateral on a loan. But also, you can't trade it, the fruits and produce, for something else. Below shoklin konegdo, you can't even weigh it on a scale because it'd be zayin to weigh it. It's a kedusha Maaser Sheni. Below yocha adam l'chaveiro b'Yerushalayim helach yayim teli shemen. Even when you get to Yerushalayim, now this Mishnah until now we're talking about before you go to Yerushalayim. After you get to Yerushalayim, also you can't exchange it for wine or oil. You can't exchange it for something. And the same thing applies. That's Maaser Sheni only derabanan. The Rav says, however, to give someone a gift of Peros Maaser Sheni, that you're allowed to do. The Rav explains it doesn't mean you can really give him a gift. We'll see with Matana, maybe it's like a sale. It means you can invite him to eat at a meal with you in Yerushalayim, in the Dan Panorama, for Sukkot. So the Gemara says, Maaser is Behema. Now we're going to digress to talk about Maaser Behema. Maaser Behema is going to have animals. You have a herd of animals. You have to give up 1/10 of the newly born animals in that year. You also don't have complete bilus over it. You can't sell it while it's alive. It doesn't have a mum. Right? It's a kosher animal. It's supposed to be makriz in his bath. Supposed to bring it to Shalayim makriz as a korban. And if it has a mum, a blemish, where it can no longer be offered as a korban, so you have to redeem it, and you can eat. You can use the money for yourself. You can't sell it to somebody else, whether it's alive or even slaughtered. You can't use it for kedushin because you don't own this money, right? You don't own. In order to kedushin, you have to own the money. I'm sorry. The reason you can't mekadesh an isha, technically it might work. The reason you can't be mekadesh is like you're selling something, right? You're using it for commercial purposes, your personal reasons, right? If it's a Baal Mum and you redeemed it onto money, you can't use the money to mekadesh a woman or give the animal to a woman because it's supposed to be makadesh as a korban. It's supposed to treat it with kedusha. And the Rav says that we learn from Gzeira Shava, Yigol, that just like you can't haramim, which donations is based on that you can't sell once you make it a cherem based on that. So too, Maaser Behema you can't sell. Bechor is something else, a firstborn animal, right, of a mother of an animal that you have. That you could sell, even while it's alive. It doesn't have balmum chai v'shachad. That's a balmum, whether it's alive or shechted. Makashim isha. This you're allowed to makadesh an isha, because it belongs to you. It's the mum when you're supposed to give it to a Kohen, right, or just the flock of a Kohen. He gets it to keep it, his money, or once you give it to a Kohen, it belongs to him. Now back to Maaser Sheni. Even though we said you can redeem your Maaser Sheni, right? To start like the Torah says that you could redeem it on money because it's too heavy to bring all your fruits to Yerushalayim, and then use the money to purchase food and drink in Yerushalayim. You can't redeem it on asimon. Asimon in Israel used to have these coins that were really, you bought them in order to put in the phone, right? That was, they called asimons. You go to Spaceplex, you go to these arcades, they give you these coins, or you go to a casino, they give you chips, right? It doesn't have a surah on it. Ain't surah, even though it's worth money, you can't redeem it on it. You can't redeem it on a coin. It's not yotze. What does it mean, ain't a yotze? So people think that means that it's hard. We're talking about, francs of the Democratic Republic of Congo, third world country. No one wants the francs from there. I would say it's talking about crypto. Crypto ain't no yotze. I mean, it's DeFi. It's only digital money. It's not real money. It's not actual Bitcoin. It's only on your computer. So I think that's what, we're always supposed to talk about. What a crypto? What's Allah Kanaf in crypto? It talks about my bear ain't no yotze. It's not yotze from the computer screen. It's only it's only digital. Below Moshe in Bershuso, and you can't redeem it on money that's not in your rishus. For example, your wallet fell in the sea, and even though it belongs to you still, but it's lost to you, you don't have domain, you can't get that money, so you can't redeem your Maaser Sheni on that money, because you have to hire someone, a diver, to go get your wallet. So it's not really in your possession, you can't do it, because Sarta Kesef Yadach, it's all learned out of this pasuk, with Sarta Kesef Yadach, I need the Kesef, it has to be Tzura, Tzura, not crypto, and it has to be Yadach, it has to be in your rishus. That's the conclusion of today's shir, the first shir. Stay tuned for Ian with Ben Sion. We'll talk more about the first Mishnah coming up next.